I think it's shocking the way we don't know what is happening in Gaza at the moment, because we still don't let the press in. And we know that an awful lot of aid isn't getting in. And yet nobody is saying anything, because the media just loves to go on about Mandelson and all the political stuff at home and just forgets about everything else. And I wish there was some way we could make them tell us what was happening in Gaza and the West Bank.
We are here again as we keep on being, and we do hear comments. We do get people asking us why are we still here? There is a ceasefire, but we know that any of us that is actually paying attention to what's happening in Gaza and Palestine, we know that this is not a true ceasefire. It's a ceasefire that works for Israel, but does not work for Palestinians. Aid is still being denied. Basic rights are still denied. They are not allowed to move freely and come out of Gaza. We've got people that are desperate for medical aid and medical attention that they cannot receive within Gaza at the moment. We are hearing of increased illegal settler attacks within the West Bank. We're hearing of the Israeli government attacking and having incursions on refugee camps within the occupied territories of Palestine. We are hearing and seeing reports of what a new Gaza might look like. Created by, let us be honest, corrupt American and Israeli voices in this conversation. This is not for the people of Palestine. This is not for the Palestinian people.
This is Plan B. This is Plan B.
We stand here because it is not enough. We stand here because since January, 37 aid organisations have been banned. Doctors Without Borders, MSF, have now been banned completely from Gaza. The humanitarian impact of the bans like these by Israel, which are illegal, because they do not have the right to be banning access to Gaza, to a different country, by charitable organisations,
that we haven't done it
is having a terrible effect on the already struggling and desperate people of Palestine. And so, until we see a change in that, we will continue to stand here and ask for people to keep their eyes on Gaza, their eyes on Palestine, their eyes on the suffering that's happening there.
For coming today. At least we haven't been too wet, so that makes a change. The ceasefire apparently is still supposed to be going on, but every single day more and more Palestinians are being killed. Just one day there were like 32, another day there were 24. The other day there were 21. So since the ceasefire, over 500 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza. Over 1,000 have been injured. So things really haven't changed very much at all. You probably heard that the Rafah crossing is now open, but no humanitarian aid is getting in. Only a very, very small handful of people are getting in and out. I think one day 12 were allowed out, maybe about 20 were allowed in. So it's not really making any difference whatsoever to the absolutely dire strait the Palestinians are suffering in Gaza. So we need to keep coming out and protesting. We can't let our governments look away. They can still do something to help the people there, because as the winter goes on, more and more people are suffering. Babies are dying of death from being frozen and malnutrition and very serious medical conditions. So thanks so much for coming out. There are just a few little things I wanted to mention. Next Saturday is Valentine's Day, so I thought it would be nice if we could all bring signs with hearts and send our love to people in the Middle East who are suffering. So it'd be something different for next week. So if you have any hearts or want to draw posters, bring them along. And I'd just finally like to say next week we're having an embassy meeting. That's at 11 o'clock in the Pickapoi Cafe. So if anyone is free and would like to come along to that before the vigil, that would be great. We'd love to see you. And I'll just hand over to Brian now.
Right, three things. I have got zaytun produce again today, olive oil, date, za'atar, soap, etc. The second thing is in 2 weeks' time, Saturday the 14th, in the St Magnus Centre, the Friends of Palestine have their annual general meeting. So you're very welcome to come to that. And in particular, we'll be looking at what the activities might be during 2026. I rather fear that 2026 is going to be pivotal for the future of Palestinian people in the land of Palestine. So we need to think what, if anything, more we might do to make sure that turns out the way that it ought to. And the third thing is, you all know one of the main charities we support is Hope and Play. The co-founder of the Hope and Play and the director of Hope and Play is Iyas Al-Hussein, who I last met 7 years ago. And I'm going down to the PSC annual conference in London next week, and Iyas will be there, so I'll be able to pass on our regards to him and the wonderful work they're still managing to do right through the period of the war in Gaza and still. So I'll be doing it. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Right, thanks everyone. We'll see you next week, and I can take back your posters for now. Thank you.
Nadia.